Hi everyone, it's Beth from Be Styled coming to you live on my Be Styled Facebook page. Hope everyone's having a good Friday and is ready for a fun weekend. Today I am talking about summer dressing tips. Again, last week I talked about legs and dressing summer legs. Today I am talking about arms. And next week I'm going to talk about midsection. So we're talking about legs last week. You can catch that on my page from last Thursday, I think. Today we're talking arms. I hear a lot. I think it's probably one of the most, I would say legs, arms, and midsection. Midsection being the number one issue. Women, especially our age, as you approach menopause, the midsection is always difficult. But arms and legs are something I hear about a lot from people. And with arms, it's tricky because, for example, I do a lot of Mother of the Bride dressing. I help a lot of women with Mother of the Bride dresses. And you'll notice that most great cocktail dresses are sleeveless. Or they're a lot of times, if they are long sleeves, they're very matronly, with like the beaded jacket and very kind of traditional Mother of the Bride. But the retailers haven't quite gotten it, that a lot of women, especially at that age where they're marrying off their daughters, don't want to necessarily have bare arms. So it's tough. If I ruled the world, things would be different, but I don't. But I do have some tips for you if you don't like your arms or if you're not a fan of revealing your arms. I'm going to say what I said last week about legs. First of all, if you're criticizing your arms, it's probably all up here. At this point in our lives, who cares really if our arms aren't completely toned and perfect? Don't beat yourself up. That's my first piece of advice. Use the self-tanner, like I mentioned on the legs. That helps a lot. I have it on today. I have lots of self-tanner on. I've been doing it on a regular basis. So self-tanner is very helpful. But as far as necklines and shirts go, my first tip is what I'm wearing right now, an off-the-shoulder long sleeve top. I feel most women, this area where your clavicle bones, shoulder bones, clavicles, this area is probably the most flattering, most beautiful part of a woman's body, in my opinion. And on most women, it really is a beautiful part of your body, and it's good to highlight it. So an off-the-shoulder top, especially one with long sleeves, if you're not a fan of this part of your arm, you can have sort of a romantic, elegant look. Show your shoulders, show your clavicle. Pardon me if I've got the body part wrong. I was never very good at science. Show that part of your body, and you can have that summery look without going strapless or completely sleeveless. Now, one issue some women have is if you have very broad shoulders, then an off-the-shoulder top is not going to be a good idea, because think about it, if you're drawing a horizontal line across your shoulders, so if you're trying to narrow your shoulders visually, by doing off the shoulder is going to have the opposite effect. That horizontal line is going to widen you. So if you have shoulders that are wider, than proportion to you, then you might not want to do an off the shoulder. But what you can do, and I don't have one with me, but I can kind of mimic it, is a one shoulder. You'll see a lot of one shoulders that still have long sleeves. Usually it's long sleeve on one side and maybe short on the other, but you see a lot of one shoulder, and that diagonal line is going to be very flattering if your shoulders are wider. Okay, so off the shoulder is a great way to have a summery look when you don't want to reveal all your arms. The next tip, is there's something to think about. A lot of women say, I don't want to show my arms, so they wear short sleeves or long sleeves. Now, long sleeves obviously work because you're covering your arms, and there are long sleeves tops that are loose and airy that you can wear when it's hot. But a short sleeve top, if this is a lot of times the heaviest part of our arms. If you're wearing a cap sleeve or a short sleeve shirt, you are creating that horizontal line, that cut at the widest part of your arm, which is the same thing you're doing with when I talked about pants, when you wear like a capri length pant that cuts and ends at the widest part of your calf. You're you're drawing attention to the widest part of that body part, and you don't want to do that, right? So I'm not saying you're never going to wear short sleeve shirts, but if you're looking for a dress or a special shirt and you're looking to make your arms look as good as possible, you don't want to have a sleeve length that cuts off at your widest part. So you want to do either probably the number one best sleeve length for hiding or camouflaging arms is three-quarter length, which actually this is. So it's ending right at your forearm. Your forearm is showing, which is the slimmest part of your arm, your forearm and your wrist, and so you're showing some skin, which is always slimming, but you're not cutting it off you're not drawing attention to your upper arms. So three-quarter length sleeves are a great solution. The other thing, as opposed to a short sleeve or a long sleeve, is a halter. A lot of times it's a high neck, a top that cuts in here, like this. And some of you are going to say, well, I don't wear tank tops because I don't like my arms. But if you try a tank top and take a picture of yourself, you will see how much slimmer your arms look in a tank top that cuts here and shows this clavicle bone. I'm going to be so embarrassed if this isn't. Can someone just type in there and tell me if this is called the clavicle bone? Clavicle? Or what bone is this called? Because you want to show this bone or highlight this bone, or draw attention to this bone and your shoulders. So a top like this, that's kind of, or a halter top. A lot of times it's like a T-back. You do have to get a T-back bra, but that's okay. You can do that. Is going to actually be more flattering than a short sleeve shirt. That was the point I'm trying to make. Going with a sleeveless halter, high neck, high shoulder neckline is going to be more flattering to your arms than a short sleeve. Trust me. Take side-by-side pictures, and I speak the truth, okay? So you've got your off the shoulder, you've got a halter neckline, you've got your three-quarter length sleeve. Now the other option is playing around with fabric. Like this is a shirt. I've had this top for 10 years probably, but there's a lot of really pretty sheer tops. So you can, and this, you wear a camisole. It came with a camisole. What's the brand? Daniel somebody. Old. Anyway, a sheer arm is going to give you that coverage, but still be light in area and not feel like you're wearing, a winter top, So sheer, and this is a three-quarter sleeve, so that's a double whammy. It's three-quarter and it's sheer. Here's a long sleeve top that I have this is a kind of a year-round shirt, but if you can see, it's very sheer. It's a very lightweight summery material, even though it's black. And it's long sleeve, but what I would probably recommend, especially in the summer, is to unbutton it and roll it up. Roll up the sleeves so that you're creating that three-quarter length. And then this is a very lightweight, a light sleeve that's kind of sheer and light, but you're getting the coverage, again, without it being too much for summer. So I think those are all my tips. I wanted to see if anyone had any questions about arms and dressing your arms. If you look at my Facebook page, it just reminded me because I'm wearing an off-the-shoulder shirt and I didn't do my trick. I posted a trick that's all over the internet. I didn't make it up. Trust me. But it's all over the internet. This easy hack for taking 2 hair ties and 4 safety pins and creating this hack that keeps this from happening. Actually, this shirt's not so bad, but a lot of times an off-the-shoulder top pops up and it's annoying. If you go on my Facebook page or just Google how to keep an off-the-shoulder top, there's a hack that's, again, there's videos. I'm not going to pretend that I'm crafty because I'm not, but I was able to do it. I did it on a different top. I just didn't have time to do it today. So that's a great tip for off-the-shoulder tops. So the next time you're looking for, a dress or a going out top, again, I'm not saying, oh, you can't wear short sleeve shirts, because there are a lot of great short sleeve t-shirts out there, and that's a summer staple. But when you're looking for something really special and you want to flatter your arms, think about your body. Think about your shoulders. Think about your obnoxious dogs. Sorry. It's like Grand Central Station here on a Friday. So on that note, I'm going to say cheers. I got my beer going. Sorry. Wait, watch. Quiet. Kind of works. for a second. There's got to be somebody out there. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to wish you a happy weekend and tell you to go just get dressed. All right? I'll see you soon. I'll see you next week. We'll talk about bellies, midsections. So send me your questions if you have midsection questions. And one last thing, because I can never just stop talking, on demand. You're going to feel better about your arms. I said this about legs. You're going to feel better about your arms if you work them a little bit. I'm not saying you got to go to the gym, just do some push-ups every day, do some dips every day. If you do that, you're going to start to see a difference in your arms. Trust me. And then if you want to do more, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. But push-ups and dips every day, right while you're watching TV. Okay? All right. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.